There is a space that doesn't get talked about very often. The space where you're not in crisis, but you're also not excited to be here. You're not making plans to leave, but you're not exactly pulled towards staying either. You're here because of people, because of responsibility, because leaving would hurt someone you love. So you stay. And from the outside, nothing looks wrong. You're still functioning. You're still showing up. Still handling your day. You go to work. You answer messages. You do what needs to be done. And most people would never know. They would never know that underneath all of that, there is a quiet heaviness. Not dramatic, not loud, just tired. Tired of carrying. Tired of feeling disconnected. Tired of waking up and not feeling pulled toward anything. Not hopeless exactly, not broken, just worn. And that space can feel especially lonely because it doesn't quite fit anywhere. You're not in crisis. You're not falling apart. You're not asking for help. You're just here. And sometimes being here without feeling connected to being here is one of the hardest places to sit. Because it's quiet. And quiet heaviness almost always goes unnoticed. Even by the people closest to you. Sometimes even by you. You might find yourself questioning it. Am I being ungrateful? Why can't I just appreciate what I have? Why does everything have to feel so flat? But this isn't about gratitude. Because you can be grateful and still feel heavy. You can love people and still feel tired of carrying. You can value your life and still struggle to feel present in it. Those things can exist at the same time. And when they do, it doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It means you're human. And you're carrying more than you're letting show. Sometimes this space comes after loss. Sometimes after disappointment. Sometimes after being the strong one for years, the one who held everything together for everyone else. Until you looked up and realized that you stopped checking in with yourself. Somewhere along the way, you stopped checking in with yourself. And it started to feel more like an obligation than experience. So you keep going. Because you're responsible. Because you care. Because you don't want to cause pain. And even when it doesn't feel like strength, there is something so real in that. Still showing up when you're tired of being here. It takes something. It may not feel heroic. It may not feel like anything at all, but it's not nothing. It is a quiet kind of endurance. The kind that doesn't announce itself. The kind that doesn't get applause. Just continuing. And sometimes continuing is enough for right now. Because this space, this quiet in between, doesn't always stay this way. Not because something suddenly fixes itself, but because small things have a way of finding their way back in. a moment that feels a little lighter, a conversation that lands differently, a day that doesn't start with dread. It's not dramatic, it's just subtle. And sometimes subtle is how fullness begins to return. Slowly, without announcement. If you're somewhere in this space right now, still here, but not entirely feeling it, you're not alone. More people are sitting quietly in that place than most of us ever realize. And while I can sit beside you for a moment, I want to say this gently and honestly. You don't have to carry this alone. If there's someone in your life you trust, a friend, a family member, someone who knows you, let them in if you can. And if that doesn't feel possible right now, a counselor or a therapist, they can hold that space with you too. Not because something is wrong with you, but because this kind of tired deserves more than silence. You deserve someone who can actually be present with you in it. You're still here, even when it's hard. It's not nothing. Sit with yourself there and continue traveling. If this feeling is where you are right now, the next step isn't fixing your life, it's understanding where you are. And that's where we begin.